Shalom, and welcome to the Kefar Hebrew Speaking Lesson Number 1. I'm your teacher, Mora Tehila, and today you're going to learn to ask and answer the question, who are you? In this lesson, you'll learn how to ask someone who they are, you'll learn how to respond with your name, and tell if you're a boy or a girl. Let's begin with some vocabulary. There are a couple of ways to say you in Hebrew. One is to address males, and the other is to address females. If I say you to a boy or a man, the word is ata. Ata. What's the word? Ata. And ata means you when you're talking to a male. If I say you to a girl or a woman, the word is at. At. Can you repeat that? At means you when you're talking to a female. So if I want to say you to Moses, which word do I use? Ata or at? Ata, since Moses is a male. And what if I want to say you to Sarah? Do I say ata or at? At, since Sarah is a female. The Hebrew word for who is me. It sounds just like the word in English. Me means who. So how do we say who in Hebrew? Me. So let's get to our question. Who are you? Do you notice that the word are is lighter and smaller than the other two words? This is because in Hebrew, there is no word for are. There isn't a word for am or is either. The words am, is, and are all implied in Hebrew. We don't say them even though they exist in English. So to ask who are you, all we need are the two words that we just learned, who and you. So how do we say who? Me, very good. And what are the two words that we learned for you? Ata and at. Excellent. So if I want to ask Moses, who are you? I just say, mi ata. And if I want to ask Sarah, I say, mi at. How would you ask her, who are you? Mi at. Very good. And how would you ask him, who are you? Mi ata. Good job. Let's quickly review before we continue. How do you say you to a man or a boy? Ata. And how do we say who? Me. And what is you to a woman or a girl? At. And last question, let's see how well you were paying attention. How do we say are? Trick question. There is no word for are in Hebrew. All right, let's continue. I in Hebrew is ani. Ani means I. How do we say hi in Hebrew? Ani. So remember the word am, just like is and are, don't exist in Hebrew. So if you want to answer the question mi ata or mi at with your name, all you need to know is the Hebrew word for I, which is what? Ani plus your name. So to answer the question is just ani and your name. Let's say you're meeting her for the first time and you want to ask her, who are you? How do you ask her in Hebrew? Mi at. Very good. And she wants to tell you, I am Michal. How does she say that in Hebrew? Ani Michal. Excellent. I am Michal. Ani Michal. And how do you ask him in Hebrew? Who are you? Mi ata. Very good. And how can he respond and tell you that he's Eli? Ani Eli. I am Eli. Ani Eli. Excellent. Let's review again. What is you to a female? At. And how do we say I in Hebrew? Ani. And what is you to a male? Ata. And how do we say who in Hebrew? Me. All right, one more question. If mi ata means who are you to a male, and mi at means who are you to a female, how do you think we can say who am I? Think about it. It's the same phrase, just with I instead of you. So how do we say who am I instead of who are you? Mi ani. Good thinking. Who, there's no word for am. I. Mi ani. Who am I? All right, now let's move into the last part of our lesson. You're doing great. Boy in Hebrew is yeled. Yeled is how we say boy. Girl in Hebrew is yalda. Yalda means girl in Hebrew. How do we say boy? Yeled. And how do we say girl? Yalda. Yeled and yalda. Am, is, and are not the only words that we don't have in Hebrew. A, like a boy or a girl, and an, like an apple or an orange, also don't exist in Hebrew. They're implied, so we don't need to say them. This means that to say, I am a boy or I am a girl, all you need are two words, I and boy, or I and girl. Easy, right? It's the same pattern that you use to say your name, I plus your name. So remind me again, how do we say I? Ani. And how do we say boy? That's right, yeled. And how do we say girl? Yalda. Good. So to say I am a boy in Hebrew is just ani yeled. And I am a girl, ani yalda. Okay, ask Eli again in Hebrew who he is. Say to him, who are you? Who are you to a boy is mi ata. And how should he respond to tell you that he's a boy? How does he say, I am a boy? Ani yeled. Ani, I am. Yeled, a boy. Ani yeled, I'm a boy. Now ask Michal who she is. How do you say to her, who are you? Mi at. And how can she tell you that she's a girl? Ani yalda. I am a girl. Ani yalda. Let's do one last review before we wrap up. I'll say each of these Hebrew sentences on the right, and you tell me what it means in English so we can match them up with the English sentences on the left. So the first one is Ani yalda. What does Ani yalda mean in English? I am a girl. Ani yalda. I am a girl. And what about mi ata? What does mi ata mean? Who are you to a male? Mi ata, who are you? And what about ani Eli? Ani Eli, what does that mean? I am Eli. Ani Eli. And the question mi at, what does mi at mean? Who are you, but to a girl? So just like mi ata, which is for males, mi at is for females. And our last sentence, ani yeled. And ani yeled, I am a boy. Excellent job. So you've made it to the end. You learned to ask, who are you? Mi ata to males and mi at to females. You learned how to answer with your name using ani. And you learned to give your gender either yeled or yalda. Kol hakavod. Job well done. You've completed the Kefar Hebrew speaking lesson number 1. I'll see you next time for lesson number 2. Yom nifla. Have a great day.